Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. There is a new show that seems to be making waves even before it premieres, and it's called Roommates.
Tell you something, what you ain't seen is no rats around here. Got me mixed up. Me and my trusted Dusty had it.
Joining us now to talk about the show is the one and only very funny Mr. Rodney Perry. Hey, Rodney!
What's up, Mitch? How are you, bro?
I am fantastic, man. We first want to thank you for joining us here on the show. I want to find out more about Roommates. Give me the backstory behind it.
Well, I mean, Mitch, man, you do so many projects, and then you do something like this that just feels great.
Yeah.
It's about these two girls that are on a journey of discovery, and they come to Atlanta, and they get hornswoggled, and myself and Jesse, we take them under our wing, and we kind of really embrace these guys, and it's a sitcom in the vein of those great sitcoms from back in the day, like Good Times and
Oh, cool. Okay.
and those great sitcoms. So I think it's got a real heart to it, man.
I love that we're starting to see like the new content and that sort of thing, and being able to do that. Obviously, more of your background. Comedian, you do like comedy shows and that sort of thing, and then you move into doing this acting. But are you still touring as a comedian?
I'm a comedian, man. I'll be on the road till I'm old and gray, which I'm old and gray. And
Me too.
But what acting does, acting keeps you relevant. And so if you want to sell tickets at a comedy club, you got to kind of do what we're doing here with Roommates.
Okay. All right. And also, too, people can catch you all the time. You have a podcast. What do you talk about on your podcast?
I mean, it's similar to what you guys are doing. We do hot topics. We do everything, man. And we talk about everything from comedy to love and relationship. The name of the show is Rodney Perry Live. I do it every day. And I just finished recording it just before I came on this show right here. And it keeps me current. And that's what I like about it more than anything.
Doing something every single day, and comedy, this. When you do something every single day, it keeps you current, keeps you relevant, and also keeps you what's happening in the world. Whereas imagine the things that you learn in your podcast, you're able to use for your shows and your comedy, or maybe even with your sitcom. Would you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. I know more about Herschel Walker than I should.
Exactly right. Yeah, 100%. I totally get what you're saying. It's like somebody who hasn't been relevant for quite some time, like Herschel Walker, and now you hear everything that's happening right now. It actually gives you a little bit more idea of what's happening really in the world if you think about it. The more and more that you talk about it.
Absolutely, man. I'm abreast of everything from Kanye West to what's happening on The View. So I'm always it's one of those things that I enjoy, man. And this show Roommates is going to be even better because what's relevant now is streaming platforms.
No,
and
100%.
So everybody is streaming, and Rodney Perry is getting to that business as well.
We talk about streaming. One thing I was extremely excited about, being a huge fan of Coming to America, Eddie Murphy as well, is that they brought Coming to America 2 coming out, which you were in. How is that working with Mr. Murphy?
Man, first of all, the reason I tell jokes, the reason I do comedy is Eddie Murphy.
Wow.
And Mitch, the crazy thing is the guy is regal like a real king. Like Eddie Murphy was just a joy to work with, man. He was such a nice guy. He treated us like we were peers, and it was a pleasure, man. And such a great talent.
And then, you got Arsenio, of course. And that cast, I mean, the whole show was just fun to watch. And then Wesley Snipes as well. You talk about...
I got to work with Wesley Snipes and Arsenio.
I mean, how cool is that? I mean, obviously a benchmark in your
John
career.
Amos sat and talked to us for hours about the history of TV and African Americans on television and film. And he told us his story from his own mouth. Awesome guy.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up because you made mention earlier of like Good Times and how this new sitcom that you had is kind of reminiscent of that. Did some of his words kind of lead you into this Roommates and kind of give you that feeling? Was he some of one of a mentor?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm kind of the patriarch of this show. And so having had an opportunity to talk with the John Amos gives you a sense of your responsibility. Of course, at the end of the day, we're all trying to be funny. But, when a show has a heart like this and these two young ladies are really getting, tricked, and myself and Jesse, we get a chance to kind of point them in the right direction. And it's a good look, man. I'm really excited about it.
Since you're a fan of Good Times, can I give you my Florida impersonation?
Damn.
You know how long I've been wanting to do that on TV, man? I'm so glad that you gave me that intro. Hey, speaking of working with people, man, we have somebody actually here on Daily Flash that you know very well. Can we take a shot real quick? It is none other than Hugo.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Okay, so let me tell you the story, Mitch. Hugo was a young producer on the Monique Show 13 years ago, and he was such a nice guy, and they would produce segments for us, and now he's at the head of your show, The Daily Flash. How great is that?
Right?
I got chills all over right now because I'm so happy for Hugo, man. I love you, Hugo.
Hugo's great. We love working with him, and we'll see if we can get him to do the Florida impersonation because there's one and only.
Come on, Hugo. Damn.
That's what, I have to do that because we're out of time. I would love to talk. You get down this way. We need you to sit in the studio, and we'll talk about more about your career and such. So much fun talking to you, Rodney. And if you want more information there at home on Roommates, Rodney as well, go to look for him on social media. Rodney Perry Live. Every day, this guy's doing some podcasts. That's dedication. More Daily Flash after this. Damn.